Recent study has come out and it's indicated that racism can actually make kids sick. Surprised? I'm not really surprised, but I'll tell you about the study and we'll talk about it. So, this is a study coming out of Northwestern University, and what they said is racial discrimination experienced in the adolescent years for children can have a profound impact on health later. Controlling for other factors that might cause stress, including socioeconomic status, health behaviors, depression, researchers found that adults who had reportedly high levels of discrimination when they were young have disrupted stress hormone levels 20 years later. And that African Americans experience this effect at a greater level than their white counterparts. So, basically what they're indicating in this whole ideal is that racism is stressful. Novel concept, America. Hell yeah, it's stressful. Just imagine, if we can for a second, let's do some time and place here, right? So imagine you are a 3 or 4 year old growing up in the early 1960s. Right? And you see your next door neighbor husband gets dragged out of his house by a lynch mob and lynched in front of you. Or you see your mother get raped by the white store owner. Of course, those impacts are long lasting. And that's the thing, and this is what really irks me about folks who are like, oh, slavery, get over it. Jim Crow, get over it. It's not a big deal, just a blip on the map. But they forget that within slavery and within Jim Crow are deep-rooted issues that really screws people up. Case in point. Now, folks who don't know, I'm a big fan of the genealogy. I loved, Many Rivers to Cross, which was done by Professor Gates out of Harvard. He also did one, Finding Your Roots, where he basically worked with all these people to find their roots. And the thing that got me about that whole entire show was when they did people like, I'm trying to think of somebody on the show, like Brad Pitt was on the show. Not Brad Pitt, excuse me, Matt Damon was on the show. No, not Matt Damon. Oh my God, what's the other one from Good Will Hunting? Oh God, Matt Damon, oh God. Whatever, he's from Boston. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was on the show. And it was really easy for them to trace back Ben Affleck's lineage. Real easy. Oh, boom, boom, boom. They went through some birth certificates, easy. Same thing with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. They went back to the village that he came from, and they went all the way back to 5, 6, 7,000 years. Then you see them having somebody like an Angela Bassett who did the recent Finding Your Roots. And it literally was trying to find a needle in a haystack. Why? Because her history, the African American history in America, was deleted. Deleted. Well, first, let me take that back. It was deleted and then it was ignored, which made it even it was compounded, right? Because when they were taken on a slave ship or treated as subhumans when they came across the Middle Passage, right? It was deleted. Then when they came to America, they were seen as savages and animals, and it was ignored. And then, they had the Emancipation Proclamation. They were finally free. You had Reconstruction, where we were trying to get our history back. We were trying to achieve collective power. And then you had Plessy versus Ferguson, and you had a rollback of Reconstruction. You had Jim Crow. And in all these cases, our history was deleted. So, of course, that's going to have impacts on health. Because for my white counterpart, for Rich Webster, who's here at the Fowler Show, Rich, he could probably trace his health history back at least 2-3 centuries. Me? I'm lucky if I could trace it back 100 years. So Rich can solve and do preventative care for things that he knows are going to come his way. Me? Not so much, because I don't have a full body of history to make health decisions from. Not to mention the fact, compounded upon all that, you have the ideal of the stress of just being discriminated against, a stress of knowing that you'll never be as good as your white counterpart because the resources aren't there, because the system is set up to make sure the resources are there. Your school is failing. Your bathroom in high school has no stall, has no wall, has no doors on the stalls. You don't have a textbook. These are real problems that people don't think have real impacts, but America, they do. And they're profound, and they're real. And what this Northwestern study is telling us is that they actually cause health problems beyond imagination. America, wake up and smell the coffee. I know. Everybody's on this sort of Trump wave, and Trump is waking up the silent majority. But the silent majority, America, it's not make America great again. It's make America white and male again. Fast. Look at the rally. It's a whole bunch of old white people who are like, yeah, take our country back. They never lost it. As far as I'm concerned, they pretty much still own it.